As we all know, due to pandemic, we all had to start our classes online instead of offline. So due to those things, so many people did not get to connect with the lecturers or did not connect with the subject itself. Before starting, I would like to tell you guys that I am Vata Prakriti person. Also have ADHD. The thing about Vata Prakriti is it has Chanchalata as its guna. So even I am more Chanchalata. That Chanchalata is one of my superpowers. Like whenever I try to study something, my mind really wanders here and there. Other than studying, I can do anything. I can sit for hours watching my phone. Also, I can have tennis elbow. But when I start to study, I definitely feel bored. That's the point with me. That's one of the main reasons I don't concentrate on my studies more. I'm in fourth year BMS. That means I have completed all the 3 years without failing. I did not fail even a single subject. I got through all the exams at a first attempt itself. I do not have any secrets, but it all lies in what you do, what do you concentrate more on. Okay, first thing, that is you need to check what is the syllabus copy. Like you need to have a syllabus copy with you and go through all the syllabus points of that subject, the thing you're trying to concentrate right now. Second thing, that is very much important, because if you try to skip the first point if you don't have time, that's fine. Second thing is very important, that you are supposed to collect 5 to 8 years of question papers, like the previous year's question papers. That is very important. I'll tell you why. Because if you haven't read any syllabus, that is fine. Go through all the question papers separately. Like if you have, for example, our syllabus pattern is 10, 5, 3. So you should also go through all the 11. If you have 5 years question papers, take all the 5 years, keep all those question papers in front of you, and then take a book and write down all the 11 marks questions in a single page. And if any question is repeated, in front of that question you're supposed to mark how many times it has been repeated, because you will have the knowledge, like according to examiner's point of view, like how much it is important for anyone. Like it is not like every year same examiner sets the question paper, so different examiners might be having same opinion about that question. So it's also important to know how many times it has been repeated. Then the third one, if you have your own textbooks, then take them. If you're bargaining from somebody else, or if you're taking them from library, do not mark those questions in your textbooks, because they belong to somebody else also after you. In your own textbooks, go to the same page as where will be the answer. If the question is write the Sapta Dhatus, then go to the page where all the Sapta Dhatus are mentioned. Mark there for how many marks it has been allotted and how many times it has been asked, so that when you are going through the textbooks, you will understand that this thing is important and you will concentrate more on that. Next step is, if you, after completing all those, the thing you are supposed to do is take a blank paper. Like if you have a book, that is very good, or else if you use paper, that is also very good, that's also fine. The best thing you are supposed to do right here is write down all the answers for highest marks questions and lowest marks questions. For example, in your pattern, write down all the answers for 11 marks questions, and also write down all the answers for all the 3 marks questions that have been asked in 5 years. Content and also length of the paper, length of the answer is very important right here. So you need to do this activity so that you will know what to write in your exam paper. For now, you are done with the question papers. Now the main thing starts, that is from textbooks. After answering all the questions that you have marked which are important, you will understand, like you will have a point of view on according to examiner's point of view, which chapter is more important, the examiner has given more important to which of the chapters. If you do not have much time, then start with those chapters. If you have time, then you should start from first chapter, because that is where the basics start from. I prefer starting from the first, because without learning basics you can't go to the other things. If you're just trying to pass in exams, then you skip those things that are not important, then start reading those are important according to examiner. That will be helpful for you to pass the examination, but I don't recommend you to do that. Start from the beginning itself. Start from the beginning. When you see an important question, stress more on that. When you see the content that is not been asked, read that once. I don't recommend you to skip that part, because that if it was not important then they wouldn't have given it in the textbook itself. So you should also read that, but see to that you concentrate more on the important. Now you are done with the question papers. Now the main thing starts, that is from textbooks. After marking, after answering all the questions that you have marked which are important, you will understand, like you will have a point of view on according to examiner's point of view, which question, which chapter is more important, the examiner has given more important to which of the chapters. If you do not have much time, then start with those chapters. If you have time, then you should start from first chapter, because that is where the basics start from. I prefer starting from the first, because without learning basics you can't go to the other things. If you're just trying to pass in exams, then you skip those things that are not important, then start reading those are important according to examiner. That will be helpful for you to pass the examination, but I don't recommend you to do that. Start from the beginning itself. Start from the beginning. When you see a important question, stress more on that. When you see the content that is not been asked, read that once. I don't recommend you to skip that part, because that if it was not important then they wouldn't have given it in the textbook itself. So you should also read that, but see to that you concentrate more on the important, whether that is BMS. We all know how shlokas are very important, that can grasp us marks, that are very helpful for everyone to recite. But personally, I'm not really a big fan of reciting any shlokas so many of the times. That's because it's not that I'm against shlokas. It's just that I am very bad at reciting. To revise those. How this revision should be done? Take the blank question papers and start answering those questions. If do not tell them, write down them, so that you will understand, like whatever you remember. Writing is very important, so practice writing, because if you go and write directly in an exam, you might have pain in your hands, or else you might stress out and forget the answers. If you write down in a sheet, then you will definitely remember what you have written. You will have visual memory power also with whatever. Like we read 24/7, obviously we need sleep for 8 hours, and then we will have some 2 to 2.5 hours of eating, for some time for talking to friends or using your phone. In some time, like whenever you get bored of reading, then at least you have time to talk to your friends. While talking, one thing you can do is, it's also a form of revision. Ask the questions your two friends, not in exam hall. Ask right now. If you know answer for something, if you think that your friends do not know, if they know, that is fine. You ask them. It will be a kind of revision for you also, and also for your friend. Auditory memory along with visual memory is very important. Concentrating only on reading is not a solution to pass or to fetch grades from examiner. All the memory should be used properly. So auditory memory is very important right here. So ask the questions and get the answer from your friends. If they do not know, explain the answer to them. That will be in your mind whenever, if you go to exam and that question comes, it will be very happy for you and also for your friend. Most of my friends, they make a mistake. As I know, as I have also asked them, they make a mistake of not writing answer for the questions that they do not know. Like if you do not know answer for a particular question, skip that question for now and go to the next question if you know the answer for that. Do not waste your time there. And most important thing here is, you're not supposed to leave a single page empty. Write anything that you know. If you know anything related to the term that is been asked in the question paper or in the question, write about that, because something is better than nothing. Remember that. As per our answer booklet, we have 49 pages. So just think that, like, make a logic here, create a logic. If you get a single mark for each of the page, then you will have 49 marks in your hand. Like you definitely know that there are some pages where you will get more than 1 mark, because you will have confidence on your content that you have written. Definitely if you have written shloka per page, then if you have used Sanskrit terms, then they will definitely get more marks. Rather than 1, they will get 2 marks. If you get 2 marks on some pages and then 1 mark for other pages, you will definitely pass. Then there is no need to panic. That's why I tell, do not leave a single paper empty. Write whatever you know, write whatever you think that will fetch a single mark per page. Content and length is very important in exams, so keep that in mind. Do not leave a single paper empty. Now we have discussed 10 points in which we can study smart instead of hard. So next point that I'll be telling you is about how to manage your time while writing the paper. First thing you should be doing is whenever you get a question paper, see to it that you glance the question paper, read thoroughly. You missing a single word in a question make very much difference, and then you will lose the complete marks for that question. So read thoroughly first. Do not skip reading that. You will definitely have time writing the answers if you know the question paper properly. You will get to know the difficulty level of the question paper. Obviously the questions are not like it will be easy completely. There will be difficult questions, and try to understand the difficulty level of the question paper. Next thing would be, do not waste more than 1 hour on 11 marks. 11 marks questions need to be filled for 7 pages. Single 11 marks question needs to have an answer sheets of 7 answer sheets. So do not waste time more than 1 hour on both the 11 marks questions. If you think it is going to be more than 1 hour, just skip that part. Even if you know answer, just skip that part. Go to 5 marks questions or 3 marks questions if you know, because you know there are already numbers in the question already on the answer booklet, which is a boon for us. So skip that part and go to next part right away, and then you will have time afterwards when you try to finish the complete answer booklet, and then you can write that, because first impression is very important. So instead of hurrying at that time, you can finish it after later. And then if you do not know answer for any of the questions, just keep it right at that moment, so that you will have time at the end, and then think something about that thing and write there, because leaving a single paper empty will cost you much more. Because read the rules on the booklet cover properly. If you leave a single paper in the middle, then there might be glitches and the other pages might not be considered. So do not leave any paper empty.